So glad you can join us in the new year here on Community Roundup. My name is Gene Nichols. Of course, the program heard on 98.5 FM KDES, Mix 100.5 FM. Also, beautiful music AM 1340 KWXY and in stereo at kwxy.com. And of course, News Talk 920 on the AM dial KPSI, on the web at newstalk920.com. No year is complete without an appearance of the Docmeister of the Desert. So here to join us and christen the new year and tell us what he's got coming up early in the month of January is Joel Hochberg, the Docmeister himself. Joel, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Happy New Year, Gene, and all good stuff to you.
Thank you, and to you and yours as well. And boy, the folks who are going to turn out at the Rancho Mirage Public Library coming up here on the second Thursday in January are going to have another treat from you.
Well, it's really from the Rancho Mirage Library. What it is, it's a delicious 23-course buffet, and it's being served, as you said, at 7 o'clock, Thursday, January 10th, and it's amazing. It's free. Now, wait. It's not a food buffet.
Okay.
What it is a film buffet. But it features 23 really sweet, spicy, tantalizing, short films that the Docmeister has made. And in many ways, it is like a buffet. You're familiar, right? You go to buffets?
Oh, sure. Not only that, I usually bring a big canvas bag with me just in case my stomach can't fit everything I want. I load up the bag, then I have leftovers for days.
And that's what we're doing at the library. If you don't like the films, you can take them home with you in a little bag. No, it's really like a buffet. I mean, the more I thought of it, the more the analogy seemed appropriate in that, you walk past, I like this one, I like that one. Some of it is sweet, some of it is savory. Not if you eat too much of all those things, you get full, but usually you can pace yourself. And that's what this 23 shorts are about. They were filmed in 14 different cities around the world, including Beijing, Hong Kong, our own Rancho Mirage, San Diego, Norway, and so forth. The shortest of them runs approximately 30 seconds, and the longest runs roughly, let's say 5 minutes. The average runs about 2 minutes. And like I say, it's some of my best work in terms of, you wouldn't think you could tell a story or create a mood or make someone laugh or cry or whatever in the space of just a few seconds, or certainly no more than a couple of minutes. And I had the right subjects, and I was with a camera, and most of it was filmed on the spot, spontaneously. So I think your listeners would get a big kick out of it.
They always do. It's called a tantalizing cinematic buffet, 23 amusing and amazing shorts from the Docmeister of the Desert. And here's what you have to do. You just have to show up at the Rancho Mirage Public Library. It's Thursday night, January 10th, 7 o'clock in the evening. Free admission. Now, there are very few things in life that are free anymore.
Total documentaries that I've done since I've been in the desert, when I really started, is over 400. But those are not only the shorts. The shorts, I would say, would be a good 175.
Wow. And of course, 23 of these are going to be on display at the tantalizing cinematic buffet. 23 amusing and amazing shorts from Joel Hochberg, the Docmeister of the Desert. Again, Joel, give us the times and the date that's going to be.
It's Thursday, January 10th at 7 p.m. Come early to get a good seat, although all the seats are pretty good. And they have great new equipment on at the library to show the films.
Okay, that's great. Free admission, by the way, no cost whatsoever. So head on over there. You always get a good crowd. Every time I've been, you get a good crowd.
I've built up a fan base, and I don't take them for granted, and they show up and are quite kind.
The Docmeister of the Desert presenting what he calls Shorts 2013. Again, this is coming up on Thursday, January 10th. So you got a few days to make plans. 7 o'clock in the evening. Be there or be square. A whole big crowd always turns out for this. Admission is free in that beautiful Rancho Mirage Library. I mean, that is really just a gorgeous facility, and they offer an awful lot of programs. and free seminars and appearances by
Absolutely.
people. And this is one of the great things that they've been showing now with you for years.
Yes, and I appreciate it. David Bryant is the library director there, Susan Cook, the head librarian, and without them, this could not happen.
After all of these screen at this event, you're going to be available to take questions from the audience?
Yes, and we'll have discussion. Some of them do spark conversation, and we'll definitely do that, answer questions of how some of them were done, how did I happen to be there when some of this happened, and we'll be happy to talk about it.
Well, that's half of the thing, because you look at these and you say, geez, to be in that place at that time, but that's kind of the way life is. It's just that most of us don't stop long enough to think that it's an opportunity.
Right on.
Is that
That's
right?
exactly right. That's exactly right. In fact, the one called Ishmael, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. It was from a small fish tank at this Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills. And when I went in to check in, I saw this huge fish swimming back and forth, back and forth. I had no idea what I was going to do with it. I filmed the fish, a few minutes of it.
Sure.
And then I said, gee, I wonder what that fish is thinking. Then I put my voice to it, but my voice by itself would sound too much like a human voice. Well, some people disagree with that. So I slowed it down. So the voice comes out sort of like this. And I didn't write anything. I just said what I thought the fish might say about swimming in that 24 hours a day, not eating seafood because they feed me slices of uneaten filet mignon. But that's the kind of talking that he does, and tells you why he swims back and forth and back and forth.
See, again, most people would not stop and look at that as an opportunity for creativity, but somebody who knows about creativity says, wow, this is just an open opportunity for it.
Yeah, and I come from a long line of fish.
I also like the one titled Three Young Seniors. This is a 6-minute film. Is 88 the new 58? That'll be an interesting one.
And the older I get, the more I think it is.
Joel Hochberg, the young Docmeister of the desert again. He'll be at the Rancho Mirage Public Library. It is Thursday, January 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. Free admission there, a tantalizing cinematic buffet of 23 amusing and amazing short shorts. You can head in early, by the way, and grab a sandwich at the beautiful Aspen Mills counter and a little deli in there, and you can have a bite to eat, maybe some dessert, and head on in there and watch it. Joel, continued success and
Thank you, Gene.
all the best. By the way, are any of these... Obviously, they've all been done in a period of time. What's the most recent on this list that you may have done?
Ishmael the Fish was done about a month or two ago.
Okay.
And most of them were done recently. A couple of them I brought back from some of them are like home movies, but they were so fascinating. I thought I'm going to make a little short out of it.
Sure.
And a couple of them are that shot in, like I say, Beijing and Tokyo.
Well, continued success with what you do there. Our best to Barb for still putting up with you after all these
What a woman.
years.
What a woman.
And again, folks, it's January 10th, Thursday night, 7 o'clock in the evening. Free admission. Get there early. Watch the short shorts from the Docmeister, and then enjoy a great conversation with him and others there at the event after the films have screened. Joel, always great to catch up with you, and we'll be looking forward to more of your antics here in the new year.
Thank you.
I'm Gene Nichols. This is Community Roundup.